Good afternoon, Nadine Shah.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm good. It's weird. This is really weird. I'm good.
What does something like this mean to you?
I mean, it's a lot. And actually, but you know what? I want to be careful what I say with this because I've been on like the other end of the spectrum in this scenario. Like my second album, I remember not getting nominated and like sinking a bottle of whiskey and being like, really upset about it and feeling like I wasn't good enough. And I really want all my friends and peers who are musicians to know that like the Mercury Awards, people love it and hate it, and it's always controversial. And it never has all your favourite bands on it or all the best albums. It's a few people's personal choice. I love the list this year. There's a lot of things that I like on it, and there's a lot of things that it's missing. But I've been a fan of this prize for such a long time. I've got loads of like ridiculous Mercury Prize trivia. I'd clean up in a pub quiz.
Let's have a pub quiz.
I could start a pub quiz. Yeah, maybe. In the Langham Hotel. Too pricey. Too pricey.
How much is a Negroni here?
I don't know yet. I'm not going to buy it. Like my label boss is here. He can finally put his hand in his pocket. He can get me 2 Negroni.
And it's an amazing album. A lot of people are saying it kind of captures the spirit of the time. But how would you describe the character and the themes of the record?
Yeah, I mean, not to sound like too... not in like an arrogant way. Like I'm glad that, not in a vanity way, but I'm glad that our album, my album, I'm glad it's present because I wanted to see more political artists because there have been so many great political artists that made amazing albums last year and this year. It's about, because I think part of my job is just to document the times that we live in, and I wanted to speak about this rise in nationalism and a decline in empathy, and also as a Muslim female in this industry, there's not very many of us, and I really wanted to speak about Islamophobia for one, which scares me and it scares my family, and I also wanted to inspire young South Asian women. One of the reasons I love being part of this is that hopefully more young South Asian women will see me and know that they can also be musicians too.
Well, do you predict that there will be more artists speaking out as the dystopian nightmare unfolds, or do you think that the mainstream will go towards what's safe and those artists will be ignored?
No, I think they will keep speaking out. I mean, I've got massive faith in humanity, and I think that in general, most people, I think 99% of people are amazing, just 1% that are just awful, but kind of the way that it goes is the ones who hate the most always they seem to shout the loudest. There have been artists that made great political albums, Idols, Life, Shame, who actually, I think they were everyone really thought they were going to get this. PJ Harvey, Let's Make War. What's her name? She's amazing. Laura, Let's Make War. There are artists that are doing it. It would be so nice to see bigger, more commercial artists speaking about politics. I think that's going to come though, because all of a sudden, for the first time ever, we've got young people more engaged in politics than they ever have been. Like Stormzy making comments, was it the Brits, really speaking about Grenfell? People are angry and they're going to start voicing it more often, I think.
And if you're a betting woman, who would you put money on winning apart from yourself?
I am a betting woman. No, I'm not at all. See, putting money on someone is different to who I want to win, so I prefer that question. I'd say maybe Lily Allen, I think. She's had a really interesting career, and I think this nomination and this album marks a huge stepping point in her career. And also, I have friends who are mothers who really, really relate to her song called 3 on this album. I think it's pretty inspiring, speaking about what it is to be a perfect mother or to be a bad mother. We don't have many women who are mothers making music and talking about it, and we need more. I think she's a really good role model. Let's say Lily.
And anyone not nominated that you think should have been?
Young fathers. This is why I love this prize, though, because there's always this discussion, so and so should have been on it, and blah, 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 and when you go and check the socials, people will be really angry about it, or they'll be really happy. But it's just great to hear people talking about music so passionately. It's because they care. And I love that, I wish this artist was there. It means you love that artist. Yeah, there's many artists that aren't on the list. Idols, I would have liked to have seen. Serafina Steer's side project, a new project. I don't know how to pronounce it. Basjan, Basjan. I'd have loved to seen that. Oh, Gwenno, I'm missing. But also, there's some really great artists on the list as well.
And if you won the prize money, what would you do with it? 25 grand. It's a lot on a Negroni.
No, because I made a political album, I should say, like, give it a charity. I'm charity. Boring things. Like, I've got a cat who, like, he molts everywhere, and it's a real issue in the summer at the minute. I need one of those fancy vacuums, so that's top of the list first.
One of those cordless ones.
All of the ones of that particular brand.
Those ones with a ball that go around a corner.
That one, the other ones, all this little hairy fella. That.
Nadine, congratulations. Thank you so much. Cheers.